Very good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone. How are you all? Homework done? Everyone done? Done. So let us discuss. Have you understood or some doubt you have? Two questions I have given illustration 9 and 12. Let us come to first 9. Understood? Not understood? Means after reading the solution you have understood. Means you want me to discuss or leave it? Then what understood? मतलब बताओ. चलो. You have given fees. I have obligation. Whatever you say I will do now. Yes. अब समझ में आया. Correct. Yes, the unit do. Correct. So on 1st July, George drew a bill of rupees 1,80,000 for 3 months on Harry for mutual accommodation. I think it is a question of mutual accommodation. Correct. Harry accepted the bills of exchange. Okay. George has purchased goods worth rupees 1,81,000 from Jack on the same date. So he has purchased a goods. Okay. George endorsed Harry acceptance to Jack in full settlement. Now it means he has not discounted the bill, he has endorsed the bill. On 1st September 2019, Jack purchased goods worth rupees 1,90,000 from Harry. Jack endorsed the bills of exchange received from George to Harry and paid 9,000 full settlement of the amount due to Harry. On 1st October 2019, Harry purchased, oh my god, full confusion. So this type of question, if you read like this, nothing you will understand. So what you should do? You should draw what? George. Then what? Next person is what? Harry. Harry and then what? There are three person now. Three person. So first what? George draw a bill on Harry. Write on George draw a bill on Harry for how many months? 3 months. Write on like this. What amount? 1,80,000. Draw like this. Then only you will understand. Then what happened? George has purchased goods from Jack. So George purchased from goods. So purchase goods of rupees how much? 1,81,000. 1,81,000. Okay, sir. Okay. Now what George endorsed Harry acceptance to Jack in full settlement. So they have given me this bill was given to whom? Jack. So it was endorsed, bills received or given in full settlement. Full settlement means the entire amount is paid with that bill. With that bill. Correct? Yes, sir. Then what happened on 1st September? Jack purchased goods worth rupees 1,90,000 from Harry. So now Jack purchased from Harry. Jack purchased from Harry good rupees worth rupees how much? 1,90,000. 1,90,000. Correct. Now, Jack endorsed the bills of exchange received from George to Harry. So I said there can be n number time of endorsement. So same bill, what was now held by Jack, was given to whom? Harry. Means Harry will come to Harry only. Agreeing. So this bills of his bills gone to what Harry? Means now Roy become what holder? Roy become the holder. In full settlement is given. In full settlement, correct? And paid 9,000, and it means the balance also paid. So plus 9,000 also paid. Plus 9,000 also paid. So bill has been given plus 9,000. Understood? Yes, sir. Then on 1st October 2019, Harry purchased. Now Harry purchased. Oh my God. From whom? George. So now Harry purchased from whom? George. Purchase worth rupees how much? 2 lakh. Purchase worth rupees 2 lakh. Okay, sir. Yes, sir. Then Harry paid the amount due to George by check, and this amount was paid by Harry. So Harry paid to George in check. So check payment has been done. So this paid by check. Understood? This all transaction have you understood? One by one will do. So they have asked journal entry in the books of what? Only Harry and George, but we'll do in all three books to understand chalega. Let us do in three columns. Can we do the journal entry in three columns? Bol. Let us do. So first is George, then Harry, and then Jack. You'll give me the date. But the first date is what? 1/7/2019. But the who drawn bill to whom? George to Harry. Now, so we write on BR account debit to Harry. What amount? 1,80,000. 1,80,000. What gonna enter in the books of Harry? George account debit to what? To BP. What amount? What Jack will do? Nothing. So कांटा लगा, कांटा लगा. Understood? Correct. Then what happened next? Which date? Purchase. On the same date now. Purchase was done by whom? George. From whom? Jack. So it is purchase of George. Purchase to Jack. 1,81,000. 1,81,000. It becomes sales of. It is sales of Jack. So what gonna entry in the books of Jack? George account debit to sales. Understood? What amount? 1,81,000. 1,81,000. Correct. Then what happened? Who has given bill to whom? Who has given bill to? This bill was endorsed by George to whom? Harry. अरे अरे who has endorsed the bill? The bill is held by George. George will endorse to what? Jack na. Understood? So what journal entry? In the books of Jack account debit to what? To bills receivable. But what was the amount payable to Jack? And bill given of what amount? In full settlement. So it means the balance will be discount received. Discount received is income or expense? Income. So credited. Now who received bill? In the books of Jack, BR will come. He received bill of what amount? From whom? George. What was the amount receivable from George? So he has given discount. Discount will be expense. What amount? 1,000. Understood? Correct. Up to this, any doubt? Then I think this much you have understood. Then who purchased from whom? Jack purchased from Harry. So on which date? On 1st September 2020. 1st September 2019. So 1st September 2019. So who purchased? Jack purchased. So purchase account debit to what? Harry. What amount? 1,90,000. 1,90,000. It becomes sales of. So Harry account debit 1,90,000 to, sorry, this Harry books. Jack account debit to what? Sales 1,90,000 These also understood. Now, right now, who is holding the bill? Jack. So now Jack will endorse to whom? Harry. Correct. So let us do the endorsement entry on the same date, no? On the same date. So now Jack will endorse to whom? Harry. So we write on Harry account debit to what? Bills receivable of what amount? BR of what amount? 1 lakh 80. But what was the amount payable to Harry? So some cash will be also paid. How much cash paid? And the difference will be what to discount received now. To discount how much? 1000. Have you understood? Now the bill will come in whose hand? We read on BR account debit. How much? 1 lakh 80,000. Correct? Correct. What was the amount receivable? What was the amount receivable from Jack? It was 1 lakh 90,000. How much cash received? 9,000. How much discount allowed? I hope you are understanding. We can see what actually happened with this. The drawer become drawer. So can I say now Harry was a drawer who is now holding the bill. So can I say he will not pay to himself. So there was one BP account. Check karo. There was one BP. This will be automatically cancelled now. There is one BP and BR of same amount, same bill. So that will be automatically cancelled on this date. Are you getting what I am saying? So can I say automatically that BP and BR account will be cancelled? BP and BR account will be cancelled. So after this we'll pass one more journal entry. Are you able to understand this point? One more journal entry in the books of Harry. So BP account debit how much? 1 lakh 80,000 to BR. This will be automatically cancelled. Automatically cancelled. This journal entry have you understood? Have you understood this journal entry? Means if I am holding my acceptance, means initially I was dry, now I become holder. So I will not pay to myself now. So automatically that BP and BR account will be cancelled. Understood. But again they have given some purchase. Now who purchased? On 110 now. Now on 110, now Harry purchased. So purchase account debit. Purchase from George. What amount? 2 lakh. Purchase account debit to George. And in this we'll do sales entry. It is Harry account debit to sales. Then it is given that this transaction is settled by payment through check. Check of amounting to rupees how much? The total amount is paid. Huh? Means no discount. No discount na. So what journal entry? Last journal entry it was paid on which date? Same date. So can I say here we'll say what journal entry? Bank account debit to Harry 2 lakh. And here George account debit to what? To bank how much? 2 lakh. Done all journal entry done. I think only one journal entry you have not understood is cancellation journal entry. But then also by reading the solution I hope you would have understood by your own. करेक्ट ना? बोलो, हैव यू अंडरस्टूड? थोड़ा थोड़ा कंफर्ट आया, थोड़ा, आई एम नॉट से आस्किंग पूरा कंफर्ट, but then also when you are doing by your own, you are finding that you are able to do it. I'm not saying 100% correct, but when you are able to do it with more practice, it will be perfection. Correct now? So when you are able to understand, it means you have understood. Some mistake hota hai, it requires practice. It requires practice. But if you are able to follow the answer, means well enough. Now, which question I have given next? Huh? 20,000. अच्छा अच्छा हाँ वन. Correct, 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 correct. Sorry, my mistake. This point I forgot. Correct now. Now, initially you see, there was BR account debit to H, 1,80,000 now. So this was mutual accommodation question. I forgot that. This was a mutual accommodation question. Means if under mutual accommodation, George has drawn a bill to H, so it means, can I say who is getting benefit? So can I say it means some amount will be paid by George to H on maturity date 1,80,000. Agreeing, it means you can see this amount is payable and this amount is receivable. So automatically this difference will not be settled. Agreeing, so you can see with this journal entry 1,80,000 was payable, and with this last journal entry, second last journal entry, this was what? We have done sales now. You can see 2 lakh was receivable, 2 lakh was receivable. गलती हुआ है. Yeah, it was payable to Hari, and then what? Receivable from Hari. So ultimately, how much receivable? Only 20,000. Correct. So this will be net entry minus 20,000. Because this was a mutual accommodation question, I forgot at the end. Correct. Okay. But have you understood this journal entry 20,000? Have you understood this journal entry? Correct. So this is nothing but 1,80,000 minus 2 lakh, means 2 lakh minus 1,80,000. Understood? Correct. Okay. Then one more question I have given. What was the question number? Question number 12 now. Come to question number 12. 12. Anil draw a bill for rupees 9,000 on Sanjay on 5th April 2019 for 3 months, which Sanjay returned it to Anil after accepting the same. Anil get it discounted with the bank for rupees 8820 on 8th April 2019 and remit one third amount to Sanjay. On the due date, Anil failed to remit the amount due to Sanjay, but he accepted a bill for rupees 12,600 for 3 months, which Sanjay discounted for Itna and remit 223,220 to Anil. Before maturity of the renewed bill, Anil became insolvent and only 50% was realized from his estate. Similar question we have done in class. So in this question, any doubt? Similar question we have done in the class, same to same. So I hope you have understood. Anyone have doubt? Then I will do it. Doubt है? Last transaction bad debt entry. हाँ, once again. हाँ, but it is given that was realized from his state on 15th October. So, हाँ, so Dizona entry due on what? 11 October. But bad debt entry and cash realization due what? On 15th October. Understood now? Dizona entry due on what? Mature date? And then realization is bad debt entry and cash realization due what? On 15th October. Jana entry to understood now? Correct? Okay. Any more doubt? They have given what? They have also given same only. Check karo. 11th October, this is Dizona entry. And then what? This was 15 October. This was bad debt and amount realization entry. Correct? Any more doubt? Batao. This also understood. Any more question was given? Now, have you tried other questions? Other question have you tried? All questions done na? Any question which is left? Check karo na. Practice question. Test your knowledge you will do by your own. Practice question anything left? Check karo. So we'll do it. Illustration number 1, 2, 3. Check it. One question I think बीच में छूटा है. What was the question number? Fourth is left now. So come to 4. What is given? Generalize the following transaction in K Cataract book. K Cataract. What is the name? K Cataract. Cataract acceptance to Basu for rupees 2500, discharged by cash payment of rupees 1000, and a new bill for the balance plus 50 for interest. What is given? Bolo. Means what they want to say? Cataract acceptance. First we will do in the books of Cataract. So Cataract acceptance means Cataract is a what? Drawer ki drawee. Anyone who accepts is a drawee. So in the books of drawee, bills payable will come. Correct. So Cataract acceptance to Basu for 2500 discharge means paid. So it is honor entry. This is honor of bill by cash payment of 1000. So out of 2500, how much paid? 1000, and a new bill for the balance plus interest means it is a renewal of bill, means on due date he want extended time. So can I say on this date how much cash paid? 1000, and new bill will be drawn, and new bill will be drawn along with what? Interest of 50 rupees. So what journal entry will do? Have you understood this point? What we are doing in the books of Cataract. Okay, I am writing. We'll do point number 1 we are doing. So can I say bills payable account debit? What was the amount of old bill? I am writing old bill so that you can understand. How much amount paid? 1000, because it is renewal of bill. So can I say interest will be recovered from this Cataract? So interest become expense. So interest will be debited by what amount? 50. And the new bill will be drawn to Cataract. So a bills payable will come again for new bill, and new bill will be what amount? Balance amount. Means 1500 plus 50. This is the journal entry. Have you understood? Have you understood? बोलो. थोड़ा इंग्लिश है और कुछ नहीं. Correct? Okay. Can I read the second point? बोलो. Then what is given? G Gupta acceptance. So G Gupta acceptance means G Gupta is a drawing for 4,000 which was endorsed by Katrak to M. So which is endorsed by Katrak. So Katrak become drawer to M. M is endorsee. M Mehta is endorsee. Was dishonored. Oh my god. So in the books of drawer, what is the journal entry for dishonor when it is endorsed? Means we need to pass in the books of Katrak na? अरे बोला रे. We need to pass journal entry in the books of Katrak. So in the books of drawer, we need to pass what is the dishonor entry? Drawer account debit to endorsee. Drawer account debit to endorsee. And they have said Mehta paid 20 noting charges. So Mehta will pay. The holder will pay. Who is holding the bill? Mehta is holding na. So Mehta will pay. But can you say what journal entry in the books of drawer? Drawer will recover from drawer and pay to whom? Endorsee. So what journal entry in the books of drawer? Drawer account debit to endorsee with the amount of bill amount plus noting charges. So बताओ what journal entry will do? So who is drawer? G Gupta कि only Gupta? नाम भी ऐसा देता है ना. G Gupta account debit and who is endorsing? M Mehta. Are you getting what I am saying? What is the amount of bill and what is the amount of noting charges? I hope you have understood. Only understanding the information. Once you understood, it become easy. Correct? Yes. Next point. क्या लिखा है? The dalal, अरे भाई, retire a bill for rupees 2,000 drawn on him by Katrak. So Katrak is what? Drawn on him by Katrak. So who has drawn the bill? Katrak. Katrak is what? Drawer. Drawer. Correct. For 10 rupees discount. So drawer, it is what? Retirement of bill, early payment, honor entry, and this discount will become expense or income of Katrak. Expense of Katrak. Very good. So what journal entry बताओ? It is honor entry. बताओ. He will receive cash. Cash how much? What is the cash? It is 2,000 minus 1,000 minus 2,000 minus what? 10 rupees na. So how much? 1,990. Correct. Discount how much? 10. To what? BR. How much? 2,000. Understood? Understanding or not? Correct? Yes, sir. Then Katrak acceptance. So the Katrak is what? Dry. To Patel. Patel is what? Drawer. For rupees 5,000. Discharged by Patel. Discharged by Patel. One second. Katrak acceptance to Patel for rupees 5,000 discharged by Patel. Modi's acceptance to Katrak for similar amount. One second. Discharged by Patel. Modi's acceptance. क्या है यार? One second. Katrak acceptance to Patel. तो पटेल तो ड्रॉयर हुआ ना? बस राइट डाउन यार. बड़ा कंफ्यूज कर रही है. ड्रॉयर is drawing. Discharged by Patel. Modi's acceptance to Katrak. So Modi is what? No, for Modi's acceptance to Katrak. There is another bill. So drawing and he become what drawer? For a similar amount. अमाउंट तो सिमिलर है, बट डिस्चार्ज बाय पटेल क्या बोलना चाह रहा हूँ? यू हैव अंडरस्टूड? हाँ, तो कंफ्यूजन हो रहा है ना। आई थिंक इंग्लिश इज नॉट करेक्ट। ये फुल स्टॉप दे दिया ना, फुल स्टॉप का झमेला आ गया। फुल स्टॉप है कि क्या है? देखिए, एक बार सोल्यूशन देख लेते क्या है। लेट अस अंडरस्टैंड फ्रॉम सोल्यूशन क्वेश्चन। अरे, बिल्स रिसीवेबल फ्रॉम मोदी endorsed to Patel in settlement of, what happened here? अच्छा अच्छा अच्छा, डिस्चार्ज टू पटेल होगा। कतराक एक्सेप्टेंस टू पटेल फॉर ₹5,000। डिस्चार्ज बाय पटेल नहीं होगा, डिस्चार्ज बाय कतराक होगा ना, बिकॉज ही बिकम ड्रॉई तो हु विल डिस्चार्ज? पटेल विल नॉट डिस्चार्ज। डिस्चार्ज बाय पटेल। वाई पटेल? मोदीज एक्सेप्टेंस। देखो मेरे ख्याल से क्या है ना, आई विल एक्सप्लेन व्हाट दे वांट टू से, बट इंग्लिश इज समथिंग यहाँ पर समझ नहीं आ रहा, बट फ्रॉम जर्नल एंट्री आई अंडरस्टूड व्हाट दे वांट टू से। There is one Katrak, there is one what? Patel, and there is what? One Modi. Correct? So, for the first bill, he is drawing and his drawer correct. Means in the books BR, in this book BP means from this transaction, Katrak will pay to Patel. Correct? Now, in the second transaction, he is what? Drawing and he become drawer. So, in this book BR, and in this books what? BP. So can I say Katrak need to discharge this bill? Katrak need to pay to this bill. So he will endorse this bill to what? This person. Understood? उसके बाद this bill है ना, Katrak is holding this bill or not? Of same amount 5,000. So this bill can be endorsed to what Patel? So automatically what will happen? BP and BR will be cancelled ना? अरे बोलना रे. Understood? So therefore the journal entry become what? In the books of Katrak, what happened? BP account debit. BP account debit to what? BR. What amount? 5,000. But English somehow I think is not correct. कहीं ना कहीं इंग्लिश में गड़बड़ है. Why? Because Katrak acceptance to Patel for 5,000. Discharge by Patel नहीं होना चाहिए. Discharge by Katrak by यहाँ full stop. Discharge by Katrak by endorsing. Understood? Modi's acceptance to Katrak for a similar amount. Now correct हुआ. Understood? अरे बोलना. Because who will discharge the first bill? Katrak ना, यहाँ लिख दिया डिस्चार्ज बाय पटेल. अरे पटेल कैसे डिस्चार्ज करेगा? डिस्चार्ज मीन्स पेमेंट. आई एम डिस्चार्जिंग माई ऑब्लिगेशन. आई एम डिस्चार्जिंग द अमाउंट. करेक्ट ना? डिस्चार्ज तो who will discharge? The drawee will discharge ना. Correct? So discharge by Patel. This is not correct. Discharge by Patel. Discharge by Katrak. Discharge by K. By endorsing Modi's acceptance to Katrak for similar amount. Understood? Have you understood? Understood. So, good question. Means थोड़ा सा practice is required. One more question you will do. I will give. Will you do by your own? बोलो. Let us one example. Ram sold goods to Sita for rupees 1 lakh on 1/4/2022. in credit for 3 months. Ram has drawn a bill of rupees 1 lakh mhm, to Sita on 1/5/2022, means after 1 month. So after month credit period remains only for 2 months. So it means bill will be drawn for 2 months only. Correct now. So 1/5/2020, so 2022 for how many months? 2 months, which was duly accepted by Sita. Then Sita sold goods to Ravan for rupees 95,000 on 1/5/2022 in credit for 2 months. Sita drawn a bill of rupees 95,000 for 2 months on 1/5/2022 on Ravan, which was duly accepted. Then Sita endorsed the Ravan's acceptance to Ram on maturity date in full settlement. Have you understood the question? Past journal entry in the books of Ram Sita Raman. Hmm. Past journal entry in the books of Ram, Sita, and Ravan. You will do it. I will not do. Madam, first bill, second bill, otherwise you will be confused. First bill is drawn by Ram to Sita. Second bill is drawn by Sita to Ravan. Write down bill number one, bill number two. Otherwise you will be confused. Okay? Do it fast. Done? Confused? Doing now? Not confused now? Done or not done? Confused? Confused? Last sentence confused. Last sentence is nothing but it is an endorsement of second bill to whom? Ram. बस कर लो. Who will endorse? Sita will endorse. The second bill to whom? Ram. Can we do? Chalo. I think what confusion I have understood. In which January to have first January 1/4/2022. First January is what Sita account debit to what says what amount 1 lakh, and in the books of Sita what purchase account debit to Ram what amount 1 lakh. Then on 1/5/2022 bill was drawn. What journal entry? BR. I'm writing one account debit to what Sita 1 lakh, and this book what Ram account debit to what BP 1 lakh. Then what? On the same date, now Sita has sold, so Raman account debit to sales. What amount? 95,000. And here what? Purchase account debit to what? Sita. How much? 95,000. Now who will draw on the same date? It is BR2. BR means number 2. Account debit to what? Raman. What amount? 95,000. 95,000. Here what? Sita account debit to what? BP number 2. How much? 95,000. Correct? Understood. Now, just try to understand. This bill will be endorsed to whom? To discharge the first bill. Means you can see there was one BP payable in the first bill now. So this will discharge by endorsing the bill. So what journal entry? BR will be BP number 1 will be debited. How much? 1 lakh. To what? BR number 2 will be also removed, means it will decrease. Correct. But what amount? They have said in full settlement. So the balance will be a discount received. How much? 5,000. Understood. Means second bill was given to whom? Ram. For discharging the first bill na. Understood na? Second bill was given to Ram for discharging the first bill. So it means now Ram is the holder of two bills. Are you able to understand? This point you have understood. Correct? Yes, sir. First, this journal entry have you understood or not? But one thing is clear that first bill is discharged. So it means Ram is receiving one new bill, second bill of what amount? 95,000 for discharge of what first bill. So your first bill will be removed. Means he got second bill for what? First bill na. So first bill will be discharged and second bill will now come into play. So BR2 will be debited and BR1 will be credited, removed. But amount is what? 1 lakh. So it means discount allowed how much? 5,000. It means now in the books of Ram there is only one bill. One bill to cancel. Only one bill. Which bill? Bill number 2. And can I say on maturity date who will pay? Ravan will pay. So what is the maturity date of the second bill? Achha, this was discharged on maturity date na. You need to first find out what was the maturity date of this bill. It was Sita endorsed the acceptance of Ram on maturity date I written na. On maturity date na. So for 2 months it is 4/7. This journal entry done on 4/7. Correct. Then on the same date, because maturity date for both bills are same, so now the second bill will be collected. So cash account debit 95,000 to BR number 2 95,000. Correct now. In exam they will give on this day Ravan become insolvent. They will give one more transaction. Only 40% recovered. Why insolvent, Baba? Every time Joy will insolvent. Correct? Only to confuse you, na? Correct. Here what journal entry? BP number 2 account debit to what? Cash. How much? 95,000. Now understood? Have you understood? Correct? Bolo. I think if you'll do more questions from these books, I think one more question is left. 5 we have done, na? 6 we have done, 7 we have done, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 was homework, 13 hai? No. 4 we have done, na? Already we have done right now. So practice question we have done. How many questions given in test your knowledge? Check करेंगे. There are many questions, na? 5 questions if you will do, can you say it will get grip? So I don't want to do it. I think 2 questions you have done in your home, it gives थोड़ा सा confidence. Yes, we are able to attempt it. Correct now. 5 more questions you will do, पूरा confidence will come. And one time revision of entire journal entries, it will be in your grade. चलेगा? Understood? So this chapter is completed from my point of view. This chapter is over from my point of view. Correct? Bolo. So we'll start another topic. The topic is what? Accounting principles. Means today we'll complete chapter number 1, unit number 2. Today we'll complete chapter number 1, unit number 2. Correct? Already we have discussed that accounting principle can be accounting concept or accounting conventions. Concept means the basic assumption taken for the preparation. Conventions means what? Guidelines which has been derived from the practice or experience of accounting. Correct? We said that there are 9 accounting concepts and 4 accounting conventions. What we have done? So the rule number 1, what we have done? First, what we have done? Separate entity concept. Already we have done. Write down. You also write down. Huh? You also write down. We have done separate entity concept. Then what we have done? Money measurement concept. Then we have done what? Dual aspect concept. Then we have done what? Periodicity concept. Then we have done what? Accrual concept. Then we have done what? Matching concept. Then we have done what? Nothing. So today we'll do what? Point number 7. Going concern concept. Going concern. Understood. Going concern. Going concern means what? Concern means what? Concern means business. In accounting term, it means what? A entity or business. Correct. Going means what? Going means going means they want to say perpetual. Perpetual means what? Never ending. Perpetual means never ending. Correct now. So whether you have perpetual life, no. So you are not a going human being. Correct now. But for business, can you say we all know that business at one point of time it will be liquidated, means closed down. At some point of time it will be closed down. But we don't know when it will be closed down. Are you getting? When it will be closed down, we don't know. Means I will started a business today, so whether I will close down after 2 months, I don't know. If you ask me, whether after 1 year, I don't know. Whether after 5 years, I don't know. Whether after 10 years, I don't know. Whether after 90 years, I don't know. Correct now. It means, can I say the life of business cannot be determined? Now the question is that some assumption need to be taken for preparation of financial statements. Some assumption has need to be taken. So one assumption has been taken that it is a long indefinite life, and there is no intention to liquidate such business in near future. So one assumption has been taken for preparation of financial statement. There is no intention to liquidate. There is no intention to liquidate, and it is long indefinite life. This assumption has been taken for the preparation of financial statement. Why such assumption was required? Means why such assumption was required? Suppose you said, sir, I will take one assumption 5 years. 5 years. Understood? So can I say first thing to then so every entity will take different assumptions? Then the financial statement of one entity will not be comparable with another entity. Means when we are doing accounting, one of the objective of accounting that your financial statement should be comparable with what? Another financial statement. Then only it is useful. Otherwise, so it has no meaning. It has no meaning. Are you able to understand? Now suppose you have said 5 years, then and you purchase one. Suppose you purchase one plant and machinery whose life is what? 20 years. Quite possible. Now the question arises: will use this plant and machinery till business will be there? Means the question will arise: you will depreciate this plant and machinery for 20 years ki 5 years? One doubt will come now. But the life of the plant and machinery is what? 20 years. And therefore, for this purpose, we'll assume that this life is never ending. And this can be used within the life of business. And therefore, we'll depreciate plant and machinery for how many years? For its own useful life. For its own life. So some assumption was required. Otherwise, accounting become complicated. Accounting will become complicated. So we have taken one assumption we have taken. Now once assumption taken, so always whenever we take assumption, it can be what? Matlab, it can be without any logic also. We have taken this assumption, you need to follow this. Everyone will take this assumption. Means when you came to the class, I have taken one assumption to teach you that I have taken one assumption that you don't know anything. I have taken this assumption now. Now it might happen you know everything, but I have taken this assumption. Means if I will say for this student I will assume that he knows everything, and for this student I will assume he don't know anything, then how can I teach? I will not be able to teach now. So irrespective of the level of student, I have taken one assumption that you don't know anything. And I have started from the back, from scratch, from bottom to top I am going. On that assumption only now. Are you getting what I am saying? So for everything to follow something, yeah, for doing some process, yeah, to apply some process, you know, take some assumption in the beginning only. So for preparation of financial statement, we have taken one assumption that business has long, indefinite life, infinite life. Understood? Right. The financial statement, FS means what? Financial statement. I have already informed you, na? Financial statement are prepared on the assumption that an entity means business, na, is a going concern and will continue in operations for the foreseeable future. In other words, it has been assumed that business means entity, huh? Business has what? Long, indefinite life. An entity has neither intention nor need to liquidate. Liquidate means what? Close down. Liquidate means close down. Correct? Has neither intention nor need to liquidate. Correct? Understood? Correct? Understood. It means, can I say, it has long life, long life. Now, because it has long life, one question will arise. See, we should prepare financial statement at which point of time? So, because of this assumption, the long life of business has been divided into small units. Means the life has been divided into small units, and these units are known as what? Accounting period. These units are known as what? Accounting period. Means, can I say, periodicity concept has been derived from this concept? See, we have assumed that it has long life. So we need to prepare financial statement for a particular accounting period. Means long life need to be divided into small units. I have already said when I was doing periodicity concept that accounting period can be either 12 months or less than 12 months or more than 12 months. But as per the practice under Income Tax Act and Companies Act, it is of 12 months. Right? It can be of 1 month, 6 months also. So what I am saying is divided into small units, and this small unit will be known as accounting period. This small unit will be known as accounting period. Just write down. Write down. Write down. The long indefinite life of business has been divided into small units. For what purpose? For preparation of financial statement. Okay. Such small units are known as what? Are known as accounting period. It means, can I say, periodicity concept has been derived from going concern concept? Correct. It means periodicity concept has been derived from which concept? Going concern concept. Understood? Correct. Understood. So I hope you have understood there are two important concepts for preparation of financial statement. One is going concern, one is periodicity concept. And can you say because of these two concepts, expenditure has been divided into but revenue expenditure and capital expenditure. Because revenue expenditure will give benefit for a particular accounting period, but capital expenditure for more than one accounting period. So because of this reason, that classification was required. Which expenditure is giving benefit beyond what? One accounting period? Are you getting what I am saying? Correct. So that classification is done because of these two concepts only. Correct. So they ask this type of questions in true false. The capital expenditure and revenue expenditure are because of what? Because of periodicity concept. True false. Yes, true. Correct. So both concepts will be used for that classification. The second. Due to periodicity concept and what? GC means going concern concept. What you have said? GC means what? GC, how it become good friend? Huh? Good concept. Right. Chalo. Going concern concept. Due to this, all expenditure are divided into two categories. That is what? Revenue and what? Capital expenditure. Correct. Understood. Rule number 7 is over. Going concern. Correct. Come to rule number 8. Today we'll complete this. Point number 8. Next concept is what? Cost concept. Cost concept. Also known as historical cost. Historical cost concept. Now, what this concept want to say that? Suppose you purchase one land in 1980s at rupees 10,000. Quite possible that time. In suppose Hyderabad, some remote area you purchased, so you got big land at rupees 10,000. Correct now. And now the same land at 2022 become what? 10 crore? Are you getting what I am saying? So can you say how much was the cost? This was the cost and this become current market value. Means you purchase the land by payment of rupees 10,000. So this become history now. This is history. This is an historical cost. This is historical cost. Means cost price. Now if you are preparing this balance sheet means balance sheet as on today. So land should come at 10,000 ki 10 crore. One doubt will come. 10,000 ki 10 crore. Of course, it should come at 10 crore, but not at CA foundation level, at CA inter level. Correct now. Right now, some point I treat as the CA foundation level. Correct now. So, of course, you are correct, 10 crore only. But what our assumption says, what our assumption says, see, na, whatever I am teaching right now, this is very foundation level. We can't teach you right now everything. Are you getting? Because I teach at CA foundation, I teach at CA inter, I teach at CA final level. So I know entire accounting. But suppose I am teaching only CA foundation. So only CA foundation now. Then I will teach you only as per CA foundation. So I need to right now restrict myself to CA foundation knowledge only. Because if I teach more, you will also die, I will also die. Are you getting what I am saying? Are bolna rahi hai? Actually, I don't teach at CA foundation level. Correct. Because if you are teaching at CA final level, it is very difficult to teach at what? CA foundation. It is very difficult to teach because I need to come from a top to bottom. Top to bottom means I need to restrict my knowledge. मेरे मेरे को नॉलेज को दबा के रखना पड़ रहा है ना. अरे बोलना रे. This is as simple as A for apple and B for boy. Correct now. And believe me, I'm a very bad teacher to my 5 year son. Means it is very difficult to say A for apple, B for boy. My wife says you teach so many students at C level and you can't teach my son. तो मेरा son पैसा नहीं मिल रहा. Correct now. Understood. Well, really, motivation. I'm not getting that motivation. Correct now. Correct now. So it is very difficult. Sometimes I said today I will prove that I can teach. And believe me, one day what happened? A B C, my son. A B C okay. D में आके अटक जाता. पता नहीं what happened in D. But D he can't recognize. I said A B ये क्या है? B ये क्या है? C D. 100 times I have said. अच्छा बोल D. He started saying D. फिर ऐसे बोले ये क्या A, ये क्या B, ये क्या C. अरे तो हाँ ये समझ रहा है. D में पता नहीं क्या हो रहा है उसको. मतलब I have never understood what happened to D. But it happens and I become frustrated. We become frustrated now. So teaching at that level is very much painful. Similarly for me, I need to restrict my knowledge at CA foundation level. Correct now. So what I know what happened in CA inter, I know what happened in CA final level. Because of that reason, I don't want to. And because if I started discussing that now, you will be confused. I will be also confused. So I will ignore that. I mean, you said 10 crore, so I can't say no. This is what not correct. But at CA foundation level, I need to restrict my knowledge. So what cost concept is? Now I'm teaching you at CA foundation level, as per CA foundation level. Just try to understand. Ki if you purchase at 10,000 and now it become what 10 crore. So there is a gain. Gain हो गया ना ये तो. If you are seeing at 10 crore, so there is a gain. Gain of how much? चलो इसको 20,000 कर देते, बड़ा ज़्यादा हो जा रहा है यार. चलो for understanding 10,000 become 20,000 now. Okay, so there is a gain of how much? 10,000 now. But can you see this gain still now not realized because asset is not yet sold? Now the question is that can we recognize a profit even though asset is not sold? Means just try to understand. You purchase the mobile. I purchase the mobile at rupees 20,000. Correct? And now the market price become 30,000. So gain to हुआ. But can I recognize that profit? Our concept is no. It can be the profit can be recognized only when it is sold. Only when it is sold. And therefore, can I say it should be recorded at cost price only? It should be recorded at cost price. So what concept says, what assumption has been taken that profit will be transferred to PL. Profit will be transferred to PL only when it is sold. When the asset is sold. So if suppose you purchase at rupees 10,000 and you are saying sir add 10,000 and make it what 20,000. So this 10,000 increase become your profit now. And if you recognize that 20,000 profit will go where? Profit and loss account. So can I say something is wrong there because it is not yet sold. How can we recognize it? To recognize that profit, we need to sell it. We need to sell it. Are you getting what I'm saying? Have you understood? So the concept says that this asset will be recorded at cost price, not at market price. Or it is known as realizable value, not at realizable value. It should be recorded at what? Cost price. Understood? If you are following going concern, if the entity is going concern, means just try to understand. If you are going concern, so there is no intention to liquidate. There is no intention to liquidate. Means there is no intention to sell it. अरे बोलना रे. I purchase land. On that land, I am doing business. Understood? I purchase land, and on land there is a building. On building, I am doing business. Okay? And you are saying you are going concern. So if you are going concern, there is no intention to liquidate. There is no intention to liquidate. There is no intention to sell it. If there is no intention to sell it, would you recognize any profit? No. And because of that concept, because of going concern, a cost concept has been derived. The all assets and liability will be recorded at what? Cost. At their cost. And this is right now. As per this concept, assets and liabilities are recorded at its cost. That is, their value should be determined on the basis of historical cost. Historical cost of an asset is calculated as under, madam, purchase price. Purchase price. Purchase price means invoice price. Whatever price mentioned in the invoice. Now you know what is invoice, correct? Less what? Trade discount. Less trade discount if any. Bolo yes or no? Trade discount deducted or not? Correct. Add any taxes on purchase. Add any taxes on purchase. Normally we pay which tax? Income tax on purchase. GST. I think you have also paid GST many times. Whatever you are purchasing, on that you are paying GST. If you have seen the invoice, correct now. And if you demanded invoice, you go to restaurant, you are paying GST. Have you seen? Correct. However, in restaurant you will go now, they will add one more charge, service charge. So that is illegal. They can't take service charge. So you can ask them to remove. And there is a Supreme Court judgment that restaurant cannot charge service charge if customer denies to pay. Understood now? So if they will add service charge, please, service charge, not service tax. Now there is no service tax, there is GST. So they will add GST and in bottom adding service charge. So service charge you can ask them to remove and they will remove. If they don't remove, call me. I will ask them to remove. Understand? Just say Supreme Court judgment, they will say remove. Okay. However, they will remove only. Correct? Because if they don't remove, you can file a case against them. Understood? There is a law. Correct? So GST will be added. Can I say plus? We'll also add any other direct expenses to bring the asset in which condition? Remember capital expenditure in working conditions. All points we have done. This all points we have done. I'm just giving in writing. Correct? Understood? So this becomes the cost price. So when I say cost price does not mean purchase price. Cost price means after adding all these items. Understood? Correct. Note number 1. A. If an entity is following GC means going concern concept, correct? Then assets and liabilities are recorded at what? Recorded at cost, recorded at their cost. Understood? But suppose I said an assumption has been taken that we are not going to liquidate. But suppose right now I know some other entity decided to liquidate. Why I will think? Correct now. Suppose COVID-19 happened. During COVID-19, many entities decided to liquidate. But liquidation will take some time. But we have decided to liquidate. In coming 1 year, we'll liquidate. I mean, right now we have not liquidated. Are you getting what I am saying? But we have decided to liquidate. So if you have decided to liquidate, means now you are not a going concern. So when you are not a going concern, means you are not following going concern. And if you are not following going concern, then cost concept is also not required to follow. Means you are supposed to follow cost concept only when you are a going concern. When you are not a going concern, can you say assets and liability to be recorded at current realizable value? Okay, at what value it will be realized? Means what is the current sale value? Your market price? Understood. Just like that. However, if entity is not following GC concept, correct? Correct. That is, entity has decided to liquidate, not liquidated, has decided to liquidate. Are you getting what I'm saying? Decided to liquidate. Understood? Then assets and liabilities will be recorded at what? At is realizable value. Correct. Realizable value means what? Expected sale price minus expected what? Selling expense. Expected selling expense means when you do sales, some expenses will be also incurred. Understood? So at what price you can sell it, and it might happen for doing such sales, some expenses are incurred, means you need to pay some commission, etc. For example, when you want to sell a building, you need to pay brokerage now. That brokerage expense will deducted. It is net amount how much you are recovering. Correct? That become a realizable value. However, correct, this is only for what some questions, because I have seen that they may ask some true false questions. Wherever entity is not a going concern, then we record asset at what value? The realizable value. Only this much you need to understand. Detailed discussion of this concept will be done at CA inter and CA final level. Understood? I hope you have understood. This much you understood? Correct? Any doubt? Means what I want to say, only for us a better understanding. See, initially you started and you were going concern. Then this become year end 1. तो बताओ, year end 1 you are still going concern, year end 2 you are still going concern, year end 3 you are still going concern. Are you getting what I'm saying? Then what happens, something happened यहाँ पर and you decided to liquidate. Understood? So year 4 you become what? Non-going concern. Understood? And suppose you close down यहाँ पर, तो close down, तो no financial statement now. But can I say at this point of time you are preparing one financial statement because it is not yet closed down. तो यहाँ पे you are following cost, यहाँ पे cost, यहाँ पे cost, यहाँ पे cost, यहाँ पे what? Realizable value. Have you understood this point? Have you understood what I want to say? See, once you have decided to liquidate, now it becomes non-going concern. You are not a going concern now. So you become a non-going concern. Once you become non-going concern, then financial statement is prepared by taking which value? Realizable value, not cost price. Understood? Then understood? Then come to point number 9. Realization concept. Realization concept. So this concept is nothing but derived from cost concept. I've already said now. Asset, when asset will be sold, then only we can recognize profit. Correct now. Means can I say we can change the value of asset only when it is sold, whenever it is realized. So this concept has been derived from cost concept. Correct, right on. Realization concept is derived from cost concept. As per this concept, any changes in the value of asset any changes in the value of asset is recognized when? बताओ. Recognize means recorded, huh? Any changes in the value of asset is recorded when? बोलो. When it is, बताओ. Huh? When liquidated or not? When the asset is sold. When the asset is realized. Correct now. When the asset is sold. So value, any changes in the value of asset is recorded when such assets are realized. Such assets are realized. Realized means such assets are sold. Understood? Correct. Means can I say the value of assets should not be changed till it is sold? Means nothing but cost concept. Till it is sold, we should not change the value of asset. Means can I say we should not recognize any profit till it is sold. Correct. Means profit can be recognized only when the asset is sold. Means profit will be transferred to capital account only when it is realized. Only when it is realized. Are you getting? Have you understood? Correct. Right. In other words, value of assets cannot be changed unless it is sold. It means profit due to increase in the value of asset should be recognized in PL should be recognized in PL बताओ when when बताओ when asset is actually sold. Understood this point? Correct. Means just try to understand. If this is PL, we write down sales. We write down sales. Now we have done sales of rupees 1 lakh. You say what amount will come. Let's see whether you have understood till now whatever we have done. Correct. We have sold 1 lakh. This is sales value. Correct. Means inventory is sold at what price? At this price. Out of these, how much cash received is 80,000 and how much credit? Credit means it is not yet received. Will be receivable? Will be receivable is 20,000. Understood what I am saying? Means received is how much and not received is how much? Quite possible. Understood? How much sales will come? Huh? Huh? 1 lakh. Pakka. 100% correct. Means you have understood. This is accrual concept. Right now I'm not teaching accrual concept. This already I have done. Very good. I'm happy. I was thinking that you will be confused and you will say what? Realize means cash is coming in. Realize does not mean cash is coming in. Realize means what? Asset is sold now. Now you can recognize the profit. Even if cash is not received, that is accrual concept. So accrual concept and realization concept are two different things. Understood? Accrual already we have done. Now we are just finding when sales will be recognized. So if just try to understand, inventory is there. There is one inventory. Agreeing? And whose cost price is equal to 80,000 and it is expected to be sold at rupees 1 lakh. Means negotiation has been done. Expectation means we came and negotiation done. Expected sale. There is an expectation that it will be sold at rupees 1 lakh. But how much sale? Expected. Where can we recognize profit? And no, it is not yet sold. It is not yet sold. So can you recognize profit? Can you change the value of inventory? No, means it is not yet sold. If not yet sold, the profit should not be recognized. Profit should not be recognized. So I will say this sales is zero only now. Sales and it is asset. Asset will come in balance sheet at what value? Asset will come in balance sheet what value? 80,000 only or 1 lakh? 80,000, which means increase in value will not be recognized as profit till the asset is sold. That note only I have given now. देखो नोट क्या दिया? It means profit due to increase in the value of asset should not Hmm? Huh. Should be recognized in peer only when asset is actually sold. Have you done this? Have you understood? So increase in the value हो गया. You have inventory 80,000 and there is an expectation that it can be sold at rupees 1 lakh. So can you change the value of asset? No. Unless it is actually sold. Have you understood? Correct. Now, Adam, Adam. It means, अच्छा, before that. Now, everyone. Can I say if I am saying the cost price of the asset is 80,000 and realizable value is 1 lakh, RB means what? Write down full realizable value. So then this 20,000 is profit. But can I say which profit? Unrealized profit. So we call it unrealized profit. And if it is already sold, it becomes what? Realized profit. So we should recognize realized profit, the unrealized profit. Realized profit. So if it is not sold, this profit is known as what? Unrealized profit. Have you understood? So can I say in this way, unrealized profit should not be transferred to PL? Only realized profit should be transferred to PL. Correct? It means unrealized profit should not be transferred to PL. One very good question was asked in CPT exam. Before foundation there was CPT, so accounts was also MCQ. So very good question was asked. What was the question? Means those who have understood they can answer. But that point I have not written in notes that time. Means to my student I have not given that note. Let's see whether you are able to answer or not. A very good question was asked. Then after that question I started giving note also. We also become experienced with exam now. Correct. We don't know what they are going to ask. So many questions are there. But if you have understood, you can do. If you have not understood, of course, you will be in trouble. The question was that only unrealized profit will be transferred to capital account. True or false? False or true? Huh? False. Understood now? Means what note I have given? Unrealized profit should not be transferred to PL. From PL it will go to what? Capital account only. So understood point? Understood point. And those who say, sir, you are not given note. So everything I can't give in writing now. But understood by now. Only realized profit will be distributed to owner. Means only realized profit will be transferred to owner. Unrealized profit cannot be transferred to owner. Understood? Just write down that note. Only realized profit only realized profit can be what? Distributed or transferred. Distributed to whom? To owner. Means transfer to. Means transfer to which account? That one. Capital account. When I TF means transfer. Huh? It was should not be transferred to PL. Should not be transferred. Your return should not be transferred to PL. No? It means unrealized profit should not be transferred to PL. TF means transferred. Only realized profit can be distributed to owner. Means transfer to capital account. Understood. I hope realization concept you understood. Means today how many concepts we have done? 3. So 6 plus 3 9. All concepts done. Conventions are left. All concepts done. Correct. Conventions are still left. So there are how many conventions? So that also will complete today only. So we'll try to complete the theoretical portion. But these are very important point. Without this, we cannot understand accounting. And therefore, I am taking time. Other teacher will teach what very fast this thing. Khatam. I'm just going in detail. Why I'm going in detail? Because this point is not in CA Inter. So in CA Inter, when you come, I will ask you, do you know that point? Matching concept, you know, accounting concept, you know. You should say yes, now. So therefore, we are doing in detail because this chapter is only where in CA Foundation, but impact of this chapter will come where in CA Inter and CA Final. Suppose in CA Final ask you, do you know about realization concept? And if you say no, so I will say how you come to CA Final. Correct now. So you should be able to answer it. Correct? Yes, sir. So let us take break. After break, we'll do the balance part. Okay? Okay. We'll take break, and after break, 1 second we'll meet and we'll try to complete this unit. Can we start once again, everyone? Chalo. So before break, we have done accounting concept. Correct? We completed bills of exchange chapter. Bills of exchange, your entire test, your knowledge will be homework. Correct? So you have a lot of time. Weekend is coming. Enjoy your weekend with homework. Correct? Weekend is coming na? Saturday, Sunday. Huh? So enjoy with homework also. I am saying enjoy with someone also with homework also. Correct? So weekend. Very good. Now I said key concept done. Let us start with accounting conventions. So accounting conventions. You have understood what are accounting conventions? Means this is nothing but guidelines derived from the practice of accounting. Correct? The first accounting convention is conservatism. Conservatism. Correct. Conservative means if I say I am conservative, it means what? Bolo, conservative. Conservatism. Conservative. We are conservative. It means what? We are we don't want to take any risk. It means we don't want to take any risk. You are not conservative because of that reason you came to CA. You are taking a lot of risk. Means any student who have not joined CA classes because they are conservative, they don't want to take risk because they have a risk of what fail, risk of failure in exam. So they want to avoid it. Okay, normally we people are conservative. We don't want to take risk which may happen in future. We don't want to take any risk which may happen in future. But can I say, for anyone's life, the future is uncertain. For anyone's life, future is uncertain. And in future, can I say, anything may happen. So we should be what? Very much careful about that. Now, if I say, just try to understand, ki I am a married person, have one wife and two children. Correct? I have only one wife and two children. Now, entire family is dependent on me. My wife is not working. She is actually support me. Because of her, I am here. Correct now. But as per money is concerned, so she is dependent on me. I am dependent on her for every other thing. But as for money is concerned, then I am not. She is dependent on me. And my children, because they are also what not adult right now. Correct now. So they also depend on me. Correct now. Agree. Now it might have life is uncertain. Correct. Life is uncertain. So we should be careful about that. Agree. And because of that reason, what I have done, I have taken life insurance. It means because we are conservative, because of that reason I have taken life insurance now. Means I am trying to insure my life. I'm trying to ensure my life of my family also. Are you getting what I'm saying? Correct? Have you understood? Correct. So it means we are actually conservative and we think about uncertainties in future. See, future is uncertain. Something may happen in future. And because of that reason, for future uncertainty, we need to right now we need to decide something. Right now we should take some action. What action we should take, that we need to understand. In whenever I say personal life and business life are same only. The difference is what person is what natural person, business is an artificial person. But person is person. Are you getting? Means business has no emotions, we have emotions. The difference is this only. Correct? Got it. But can I say business have also their life going concern? We have assumed that life is what? Indefinite. The business has also life and the life is also uncertain. Correct? So from business point of business, in business also we follow conservative. With business also we think that we are conservative from business point of view. So what they want to say about this, that we need to understand in conservatism. In conservatism. I hope you are understanding Torah Torah. Correct. Please just try to understand. Just give an example. See what actually we do in our life. I said, see this is what Chiranjeev Jain. Correct. Understood. मान लेते ना. And this is what wife of Chiranjeev Jain. Correct. मान लेते. मानने में क्या है? Correct. Understood. And my business means I am totally under whose control? Wife's control. That is true. It is fact. You will understand after your marriage. I will not explain. Correct? I will not explain. It will be, it is implied point in India. Correct? What? No, that is his reason why you are crying. So let him say. Let him say. Correct now. Let him say. But we are the normal person. Correct now. We are married, happily married. Correct? So what I want to say, if I am saying this PG Chiranjeev Jain, so can I say the business of Chiranjeev Jain, who is the owner? Wife. That I want to say. And believe me, the owner is what wife only. I am the faculty. Means I am only remunerated for my service, whatever I am giving. Correct? Understood. Now let us be just say in this way. Suppose I am earning 1 lakh per month. Suppose 1 lakh per month. Correct. Actual I will not say. 1 lakh per month. ठीक है ना? 1 lakh तो reasonable amount I should earn only. Correct. Every month I am earning 1 lakh. Correct. Are you able to understand? Now this 1 lakh is my net profit. Net profit means after deducting all expenses. So being a business, I should transfer this profit to whom? To my owner. And if I transfer entire profit to my owner, what will happen? Wife will go to what? Shopping. अरे बोलना रे. Correct. This I realized because first year of my marriage I was inexperienced. This now so I become experienced. So first year of my marriage, when I was not knowing what happens, so whatever I used to earn, I used to transfer. Then zero. First month zero, second month zero, third month I realized what is happening. Then I decided something. Now I can't say I will not transfer. I become what? Experience. Correct now. So we learn from what experience only. Correct. So what happened? I suppose what I am saying that we come to the topic that being a business, I will transfer entire profit to my owner. Correct. So whatever I earn, I should transfer to what? Owner. And owner will what? Use this profit for personal expenses, etc. So she will go to shopping and can what happen? Zero. Ultimately it will become zero. Ultimately it becomes zero. Correct. Now first month, second month, third month, I'm doing that. Correct. Are you getting what I'm saying? Now, just side one is suppose something happened to business. So what will happen? There is no funds only. Are you getting? Are you able to suppose some medical expenses came? Some medical expenses came. So we were a profit making venture. We are earning profit 1 lakh. Are you getting? But we do not have what? Any savings. Are you able to understand? I transfer entire profit to the owner. Owner has what? Done entire shopping. So can I say right now, because I am a business, I should think about this. So what I will do now, I will take some decision. What decision I am saying? See, out of 1 lakh, just try to understand what I am saying. This will create the benchmark for this concept. I am a business, not owner. What I will do, out of 1 lakh, every year I will retain some profit, 20,000. And I will not disclose this profit to whom? Owner. Because if I will disclose, he will demand everything now. Because I am controlled by my wife. Are you able to understand? So what I will say, out of 1 lakh, I will retain how much? 20,000. And I will show my profit how much? 80,000 only. Means my net profit will be how much? 80,000. Understood? Means this profit I have retained for future what? For future what? Batao? For future what? For future expenses and losses. Are you able to understand? For future expenses and losses which may or may not happen. We don't know right now. Are you able to understand what I am saying? Are bolna rahe? Means this is not current year expense. Current year expense already deducted. We deducted salary, we deducted rent, we deducted telephone expense, we deducted mobile expense, we deducted other expenses. This is net profit. Net profit means what? Income minus expense. Are you able to understand what I am saying? थोड़ा थोड़ा समझ में आ रहा है हाँ So out of 1 lakh, how much I have retained? For which purpose? For future uncertainties, for future losses or expenses. And then I will disclose how much profit to my owner. So how much he will demand? 80,000. I will give now. Do whatever you want to do. Understood? Correct. Now, if suppose in future some expenses happen of 20,000, what I will say? I have this retained profit. Means I have already retained that much profit. That profit can be used to what? Incur such expenses. This concept is known as conservatism. So what conservatism says that we should provide for all future expected expenses and losses. Means all future expected expenses and losses should be recognized right now. Understood? We should make a provision for what? We should make a provision for what? We should make a provision. New term? We should make a provision. Means provision means what? We are safeguarding us. We are what? This is a safety measurement. So we are creating a provision. Means when I am saying retain this much profit, means this is what? A provision. We created a provision. We created a provision. Means provisions are nothing but part of profit only. Provisions are nothing but part of profit which will be used for future expenses. Means we are providing right now all future expected expenses and we are retaining that profit. This is conservatism. Why? Because we are conservative. We are darpok. We think about future uncertainties. Correct now. And because of that reason I have taken life insurance. Correct now. So we should always think about future losses. We should always think about future expenses. Correct. Arvind. Now the question arises, sir, it might happen in future. There may be some income also. So will you do anything for future gain? No. Future gain, okay, मजा आ रहा है. If something is favorable in future, okay ना. Means always we take insurance for what? Future losses. You purchase one car. You have taken one accidental policy. It might happen future में accident होता. So you have taken one accidental policy. You have taken medical insurance. You have taken life insurance. You have taken पता नहीं क्या क्या insurance for future losses ना. But if in future some gain will occur, will you do something? No. Are you getting what I am saying? So what conservatism principle says that we should provide for all expected expenses and losses, but we should not anticipate any. We should not anticipate any which gain, future income or gain. Understood? This is conservatism principle. Correct. Have you understood? Have you understood? Means can you just try to understand? I'm not saying about current expenses. Current expenses are already recognizing. Now we are discussing about any future expected expenses and losses which may happen in future. Which may happen in future. Right now we don't know. Right now we don't know. Are you able to understand? Correct. Have you understood what I am saying? अरे बोलना रे. Correct. Right on. Conservatism, very important concept. Conservatism. Because conservatism means an accountant should not anticipate what? Any probable income probable income or gains and should provide for all probable what? Expenses or losses arising from past events. Arising from past events. Arising from past events. Have you understood this? Correct. This is what they want to say, just try to understand. Suppose this is 31st March. Correct? Now, a fire may occur in future. Understood? And due to fire, can you say there should be some destruction in machine? And because of that reason, some repair expenses required. Have you understood? Have you understood? But on 31st March, well, this event has occurred, means we should create provision for all expenses arising from which event? So can you say on 31st March, this is which event? This is future event now. So for this will not create any what? Pro, ex, will not create any provision. Means it should arise from which event? Past event. I will change the example. On 31st March, a fire already occurred. And in future, because of that fire, what is required? repair expense is required. Still now the machinery is in damaged condition. So when the fact is known on 31st March, the fact is known on 31st March, and you know there is a probability that you may go for what repair. So you should provide this expense on which year? In this year only. So arising from what? Past event. Arising from past event. Are you getting? Have you understood? However, this is not so much important at foundation level. We'll do detailed discussion of these. The same thing I will discuss you in ये enter for 1 hour, but not right now. Correct? अभी इतना आप समझ गए? Have you understood? I hope इतना तो आप समझ गए. Correct? So can you say conservatism means accounting for not anticipate any probable income or gain? Means we should not recognize any expected income again. Any expected income again, but we should provide all expected expenses losses which are arising from past event, which are arising from past event. You should remember this keyword because they may confuse you in what? True false questions. They will say arising from future event, so that is false. We should recognize expected expenses arising from past event. This keyword you should know. Understood? Have you understood me? Just try to understand. Just try to understand. Correct. You have already purchased one inventory. You have already purchased one inventory at a cost price of rupees 100. Understood? And this is 31st March. Correct? So already one event has occurred and this inventory is held for sale only. Correct? And it is expected to be sold. Means on 31st March you are expecting that it can be sold at rupees 125. So how much gain? How much gain? 25. Should you recognize it? No, we should not recognize. But if I change the example, you purchase inventory, huh? Not machinery, at a cost price of 100, and on 31st March you are expecting that it can be sold at what? Expected sale price is 80. So बताओ, there is an expected loss or not? How much loss? Should we recognize it? Huh? No, you are confused. Already you purchase inventory, so this is what? A past event. And this is held for sale only now. Inventory is held for sale. You purchase at rupees cost, normally to one profit only, but now you are expecting that it can be sold because it become obsolete, etc. It is quite possible. It become obsolete. It become obsolete, and suppose it become obsolete, means that is a past event. Are you getting what I am saying? That is expected to be sold at rupees 80 on 31st March. On 31st March you are expecting. So on 31st March, if you are expecting that it will be sold at rupees 30, some event has occurred now. Are you getting? So this become expected loss. Should we recognize it? Yes, we should recognize it. Understood? Have you understood? And therefore, for inventory, we value inventory at cost price 100 and realizable value 80. Whichever is what? Lower. Whichever is lower. Due to which principle? Due to which principle? Conservatism. Means realization concept says that what? What realization concept says that? We should not change the value of, means only at cost price. But due to conservatism, so can the conservatism become an exception to realization concept? Conservatism is an exception to realization concept. Are you getting what I am saying? Means what everyone just type in this one. Correct. 1 second. Inventory. Cost price 100. Realizable value 120. Conservatism says at rupees what? 100. And we should not recognize this profit. Correct? Correct. Now till conservatism, what we have done, if it become 80, so this loss should not be also recognized. अरे बोलना रे, means still realization concept, sorry, 100, it become 80, so there is a loss. So this loss should not be also recognized because we cannot change the value until as it is sold. This was up to which concept? Realization concept. Now conservatism become an exception to what? Realization. What conservatism is saying that because we need to think about what? Future expected losses. So we should provide this loss or not? अरे बोलना रे, but do not anticipate what? Do not anticipate what? Any expected gain. Means case one formula will come for inventory that is to be measured at cost price or realizable value, whichever is lower ki higher. Lower. Why lower? Because you will take 80 but you will not take 120. Due to which principle? Conservatism principle. Understood? So conservatism principle say that stock inventory to be measured at cost price or realizable value, whichever is lower. Due to which convention? Conservatism convention. Understood? I hope थोड़ा थोड़ा you understanding. ठीक है ना? थोड़ा सा higher level पहुंच गए. But this is chapter number 1, unit number 2. As per CA foundation topic only. Means CA foundation, this example has been given in the book. So I am taking example of books only. But can I say advanced topic mark hai? And therefore I have not taken this initially. Initially you would have died. अरे बोलना रे, initially you would have died, you would have not come back again. I don't understand how the teacher start from chapter number 1. Chapter number 1, if they will start, will you understand? Matching concept will you understand the first day? I have taken time to explain matching concept now. अरे बोला matching concept, accrual concept, now we are come to realization, conservatism. So I have taken so much time. But actually as per CA Foundation study material, it is chapter number 1, unit number 2. Means next day, second day. If I would have taken what you would have done, you would have not come back only. But थोड़ा थोड़ा you understanding what I am saying? Give me some time, will become perfect. What you are saying right now. So in other words, in other words, as per conservatism, all expected expenses or losses arising from past events should be provided. Provided means should be recognized. Recognized means should be recorded. Understood? Provided means what? Should be recognized. Recognized means should be recorded. Correct means we should pass journal entry. In current accounting period. Understood? Correct. Okay. Conservatism allows accountant to retain profit. बोलो या सुनो. To retain profit ना. Will retain some profit. To retain profit for what? For expected expenses and losses. When I am saying expected expense and losses, now arising from what? Past event. That is continuous. I am not writing every time. Okay. So it means now accountant can retain profit, current year profit, Understood? Correct. Means just try to understand. If suppose this is PL account, I mean just try to understand. We have done sales 1 lakh and cost of sales. You know cost of sales? 80,000. So what is the profit? 20,000. Correct. Now you are of the view that in future 5,000 expense may happen. So how much profit you retain? 5,000 out of how much profit? 20,000. Correct. So what you do? You write on debit side or credit side? You will see. If you want to retain profit, what do you write on debit side of PL account or credit side of PL account? Apply your common sense. I will not give journal entry to you. You need to apply journal entry by your own. Correct. But you write on which side? Debit side or credit side? If you want to retain some profit for future purpose. So you write down that amount in debit side or credit side. Debit side means your profit will decrease. 20,000 will decrease. अरे बोलना रे means PL account will be debited. Understood. It means 5,000. So what will be your profit? Profit is how much? And this profit will be transferred to which account? Capital account. Capital account now. Agree. Now this is what we need to give a name. Means future expense recorded right now and will be kept in a separate account. Means till now it is not used now. It will be kept in a separate account and when such expense will happen, we'll use it from there. So it will be kept in which account? Separate account. That separate account is known as provision. Oh, अच्छा ये बात. You write on PL account debit to what? PL account debit to what? बोलो to what? To provision? No, no, only provision. Now you whatever you are using that is as per your previous classes. Huh? I have not said a provision for doubtful debt. अरे बोलना रे. So why you are saying that? Just try to understand the concept. It can be for any purposes. Any purposes. So can I say provision will kept in a separate account. That separate account is known as what? Provision. What journal entry we have done? PL account debit to provision. Journal entry is PL account debit to provision. Means can I say some profit has been transferred to which account? Provision account. So can provision is what? Future. Provision is future. No, 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 no. Just देखो expenses are debited. Provision is created. Huh? One thing. Apply your rules. If you are saying it is future expense, expense को debit करना था ना. अरे बोलना रे. Apply थोड़ा सा common sense. What you have done? PL account debit to profit. You have transferred some profit from which account? You have transferred some profit from which account? PL account to which account? Provision account. Please just try to understand. Just try to understand. Suppose this is what? This is 500 rupees. Correct? This is 5. This is a useful paper. I can't hear it. Suppose these are what? This is what? 500 rupees? Huh? This is what? In my pocket? The बोलना रही है. Understood? And this is what? 1 second 500 rupees. This is also in my pocket. Correct? In one pocket. अरे बोलना रही है. Correct? Now what happened? Out of this pocket 500 is transferred to this pocket. Correct? Understood? What is this? 500 rupees. What is this? Total is what? 1000 only now. बोलना yes or no? But I have kept in this pocket. If something happen in future, so I will pay this. This is for my deal na. Good friend. This for good friend na. अरे बोल ना रे. This I will give to my good friend na. Are you getting what I am saying? But this I will use for what? Some other friend. अरे बोल ना रे. अरे other friend भी आते ना जीवन में. अरे बोल. Are you able to understand? But my question to you is whether the nomenclature will change. If you have transferred from this to this, apply your comments with what I am saying, please. Huh? I am saying some portion has been transferred from PL account to which account? Provision account. Correct. Some profit has been transferred from PL account to provision account. So provision is what? Profit only. Retained profit, nare. Means both are profit. And profit will be credited. What's the entry? PL account debit to provision. Provision is what? Retained profit. It is profit, not expense. Not this profit will be used in future for expenses. But we have debited right now. We have debited right now. Understood? Means actually the entry was this. Just try to understand. Expected expense to provision, and this expected expense has been transferred to which account? PL account. Means when you have debited PL, that is nothing but expense has been debited, but it has been transferred to which account? Provision account. That provision is my retained profit. That retained profit will be used in future for actual expense. For actual expense. Understood? I hope थोड़ा you understanding. बोलना yes or no? So what I said, conservatism allow accountant to retain profit for expected loss, expenses, losses. This retained profit is known as what? Provision. Understood? Have you understood what I am saying? This retained profit is known as provision. Have you understood this? Have you understood? Correct. Means, can I continue? Such retained profit, such retained profit are known as provision. You ask any of your friends or senior, the provision is what? If they are saying expense now, give one slap. Understood? Understood now. If they are saying what? Expense, they don't know anything. Rectification. All come to CA enter rectification. Correct now. Means rectification na. And 90% says 90% students CA final also say it is an expense. Arey na, you have not done foundation only. By mistake you have passed. By mistake passed na. हाँ बट सीए ICI is what? इन सीए फाइनल में पास कर देगा. One attempt, two attempts, three attempts, fourth attempt. Still you understand is written profit, they will not pass. So better understand where. CA foundation only na. That I want to say. It might happen sometime when I'm explaining it is what out of your what कि कितना पढ़ा आ रहा है कितना पढ़ा रहा. Believe me, this detail तो no one teacher will teach. But I know what will happen in CA final. And I don't want my student to suffer in CA final. Better suffer where? CA foundation. And believe me, in accounting, in account fundamentals of principle, it is 100 marks paper. Now 40 marks you can easily get. Means I am not teaching you for getting 40 marks. I am not teaching you for 60 marks. I am not teaching you for 90 marks also. I am teaching you for CA final. Objective is to become CA in minimum period as soon as possible. That is the objective. Understood? Objective, believe me, my student can score 40 marks very easily in account. Accounts में आ जाता 40 marks, चिंता मत करो पास का तो. करेक्ट ना. 60 भी आ जाता. थोड़ा सा you will do मेहनत by your own. You should do TYK नहीं. TYK, test your knowledge. सोचने लग के क्या. TYK means what? Test your knowledge. If you do TYK every day, for every chapter, you will score 90. Questions will come from this book. Questions will come from this book. And if you are practicing, so you will get. I have given one question from trial balance. If you are not able to do it, that is your problem. No, no. That is not my problem. That is my problem. That is your problem. If you are not able to score, your problem. अरे बोलना रे. So you can't blame me for this. अरे बोलना रे. Whether you should blame me, no. So After exam, never blame me, huh? Never blame me. Correct? Whatever is your success, it is due to your effort. Whatever is getting, this is that entire thing is because of your effort. How much effort you are putting. If you are not able to understand class, then my blame will start. Then you can blame me. Then you can blame me. But I am a very good teacher, I know. अरे बोलना रे थोड़ा कभी कभी ताली मार दिया करो यार मेरे लिए कभी कभी मोटिवेट हो जाएगा थोड़ा जोर से मारने वाले कुछ और बोलते हैं Understood. अरे don't take it another way ऐसे I am just kidding correct means my purpose is that you enjoy the class also and believe me my purpose is that you should enjoy the class only so don't take it other way I say whatever I say I'm saying only for what enjoyment okay so can we write down such retained profit is known as provision due to conservatism provisions are created provisions are created bolo yes or no provisions are created for what for all expected expenses or losses arising from past events बताओ now your turn provision is what think and say if you are saying wrong means you have not understood provisions are nominal account personal account real account provisions are what provisions are personal account nominal account real account हाँ बोलो बोलो how many are saying personal how many are saying real नालायक real real कैसे होगा real are assets how it can be real what I said provisions are profit profit means which account all income and gains means profit or what nominal account bolo yes or no so I've already said provisions are profit so profit means which account nominal account na correct so provisions are nominal account think if you think now you'll get answer everything we have done provisions are nominal account but this is retained profit not expense when I am saying nominal the nominal why because it is retained profit don't say it is an expense because of this nominal so if you are saying expense then it means conceptual misunderstanding correct so provisions nominal why because it represent what retained profit correct because of this reason provisions will always have which balance always have credit balance debit balance credit balance na income will always have credit balance provisions will always have credit balance understand and this note I have already given when I was doing trial balance you trial balance there were many provisions account came so I said write down provisions will have credit balance always understood now why it will have credit balance understood why it will have credit balance yes sir that are examples there are many examples of provisions examples point number A provision for doubtful debt now we'll do discussion about this separately Doubtful debt, doubtful debtor. So we have done good debtor, we have done bad debtor, but till now we have not done doubtful debtor. So coming soon in your life means before bachelor and marriage there is something between also. Good, bad. Remember, bad means insolvent, divorce, correct now. And before marriage he was good person, remember. तो बीच में कुछ होता है, doubtful. Understood? Yes, sir. So that is coming soon in your life. Provision for discount on debtor. All things will do detailed discussion. Don't worry. Provision for repair expense. Provision for repair. There are many examples. Huh? Repair expense. Understood? So there are many examples. Normally in CA foundation level, these three accounts are used. CA foundation level. Correct. Means what will be the journal entry for creating provision? बताओ. Profit and loss account debit to. Always this journal entry. For any provision when you are creating, the journal entry will be profit and loss account debit to provision. Correct. Means you debited PL account for what? Expected expenses. Correct now? You debited PL account for expected expenses, and for expected expenses you created right now a provision. Understood? One note right now. Due to conservatism, inventories means stocks are valued at what? Already I have said, and are valued at lower of cost price and what? And what net realizable value. Understood? Cost price and net realizable value. Realizable value. Understood? Why lower? Why not higher? Because we cannot anticipate what? Profit. We can only what? Recognize losses. Understood? Done. Conservatism. Conservatism done. Have you understood conservatism? Then write down next point. Today is for a theoretical half, but I hope you understand it. This was point number one. Then on point number two. Consistency. Consistency. Now, what is the practice in accounting? Whatever accounting policy we are following means, can I say we follow accounting policy for assets and liability? Correct. Right now we have done one policy that inventory should be valued at cost price or NRV whichever lower. That become one policy. So whatever accounting policy you are following, that we follow consistently from one year to another year. Means we should not change our accounting policy. We should not change our accounting policy. Understood? Then, इतना सही बात है. As per this concept, accounting policy should be followed consistently from one period to From one period means accounting period now to another period. Correct? Why? Because of that reason we can achieve the comparability is, can I say, because one of the objective of accounting is to compare one financial statement with another financial statement. If you change your accounting policy every year, so we cannot compare now. Understood? So because of comparison reason, so they don't to achieve what? Comparability of financial statement. Understood? Now, I mean right now we have done inventory. We need to find out cost price. Correct. Now, this one chapter values of inventory also. One chapter is the inventory that that chapter will do. So this cost price is calculated by two methods. One is known as first out method. Understood? We call it FIFO. You know FIFO. You have done in your previous classes now. Second is known as what? Weighted average price. This you have done. Weighted average price method. So to find out cost price, there are two formula. One is first in first out. One is weighted average price. What is FIFO? What is weighted average? That will be discussed in that chapter. Means if you are following FIFO in 1 year, in second year also you should follow what? FIFO only. You can't change to weighted average. This is consistency principle. Understood? What they want to say, if you have followed FIFO in 1 year, so you should follow FIFO in second year, third year, fourth year. So you should not change your accounting policy. You should not change your accounting policy. Understood? Correct. Now one doubt will come. Sir, can we change our accounting policy? One doubt will come. Can we change? Can we change from this to this? Well, yes. Normally we should not. But well, yes, in three circumstances. Are you getting what I am saying? Means we should follow same accounting policy uniformly every year. But under three circumstances, they have allowed, yeah, they have given permission to change. So what are that three circumstances that we need to understand? Very important from exam point of view. Also write down. Write down. Under following circumstances, under following circumstances, entity can change their accounting policy. First, point number A. To comply the requirement of law. To comply the requirement law means if law demands, so we need to change only. Means we cannot go against law now. Are you getting? If law demands change this accounting policy, we need to change. Correct only because we cannot violate any law. Correct? Understood? We cannot violate law. If law requires change, we will change. Correct? Second, to comply the requirement of accounting standard. You know what is accounting standard? Huh? Have you heard about this? accounting standard. अरे बोलना, where you have heard? हाँ, accounting standard. Correct. So this accounting standard are a policy document given by ICAI. ICAI means our godfather. There are many accounting standards. Detailed discussion of accounting standards will be done in CA Inter. Means we'll do a brief discussion in this foundation level, but at a later class, this at the end we'll discuss. I mean, right now this is the rules and regulation of accounting given by ICAI. So can you say if AS required to change, so will change? Will follow accounting standard given by our godfather? अरे बोलना रे. So if accounting standard change required, will change the accounting policy. Understood? Correct. So there are many accounting standards AS1, AS2 like this. Correct. Detailed discussion of this AS will come to CA inter. Understood? More detail will come to what CA final. Understood? Yes, sir. So to comply the requirement of accounting standards. Point number C. Write down. Write down. When, yeah, write down for better presentation of financial statement. For better presentation of financial statement. Means if you are of the view that if we change the accounting policy, it will give better presentation to the user of financial statement, so change it. Agreeing. For better presentation, for better information to the user of financial statement, the change required, so change it. Correct. So under these three circumstances, you can change what? Accounting policy. Otherwise, you can't change. So this is very important. They ask theoretical question also, or they may ask true or false also. So can you repeat? Point number A is what? To comply the requirement of law. To comply the requirement of accounting standards for better presentation of financial statement. Chalega. This also done. Consistency was easy. Correct. Then point number 3. Point number 3. Full disclosure. Full disclosure concept. Full disclosure concept. Now, in some book, this full disclosure concept is given under accounting concept. In some book, it is given under accounting convention. We will not fight for that, whether it is concept or convention. Correct now, because they will not ask whether it is concept or convention. Correct now. In some book, it is given what concept. In some book, it is given what convention. Correct now. Agreeing. Correct. We will not fight for that. We'll try to understand what is full disclosure concept. So what this concept says that you should inform the user about everything. Means give all information to the user. Practically not possible. Practically not possible. Can we inform everything? No, no. It is not practically possible. But this concept says that we should provide all information to the user. All information to the user. Correct? Please just try to understand what they want to say. See, suppose you have taken a loan. A loan. Correct. So of course you record it. So journal entry is bank account debit loan. Bank account debit loan. And this loan will come in balance sheet as liability. But to take this loan, you have given a building as security. So when I say building has been given as security, the building is not given. Only the paper of building, the document of building has been given for security purpose. Means building is with us only. Means building will be my asset, it will come in balance sheet. Means for this will not pass any journal entry. Correct now. For this will not pass any journal entry. Bolna yes or no? Because it is the document has been handed over to bank. In case I am not able to pay, you can seize our property. You can forfeit our property. Agreeing? So this is only security now. Correct. So we'll not remove this building from our balance sheet now. Building is our asset. We are only using it. Agreeing? But can I say this information, even though not recorded, this information should be given to the user or not? Yes. If we have one building that is given as a security to the bank for loan, this information become a vital information. This information become vital info should be given or not. So it means it is full disclosure concept. Correct? Means all information should be disclosed to whom? User. And we disclose where in notes to account. You remember the first class financial statement includes point number one what? Balance sheet. Point number two what? Statement appear. Point number three what? And point number four notes to account. So all disclosures are given where? In notes to account. This is full disclosure concept. Just write down. Write down. As per this concept, as per this concept, all the relevant information, I don't know, I'm tired. As per this concept, all the relevant information for the transaction and event, all the relevant information for the transaction and event should be disclosed. All the relevant information for transaction event should be disclosed to understand the financial statement. All disclosures should be given in one place. All disclosures should be given in one place. That is where? In notes to account. All disclosures should be given in one place. That is notes to account. Understood? So normally one question they ask notes to account we prepare as per which concept? Full disclosure concept. Understood? They will ask this type of question. I hope you have understood. This example you have written. Just write down this example. The building has been given a security. This needs to be disclosed. This needs to be disclosed where? In notes. Understood? Correct? Last. Only one is left now. Point number 4. Materiality. Materiality. What is the meaning of material? Not that raw material wala material. Means if I say in this way, कि if I say this sentence, कि this item is material, it means what? Huh? No, no, material that you are going through that other meaning, substance. No, I'm not saying about substance. Correct now. If I say you are material in my life, huh? Important. Important, na? Means English is a funny language. Now one word will have many meanings. Correct now. And sometimes we are confused what they are saying. Correct now. One word will have many meanings. Depends upon sentence what we are using. Means meaning will change according to the sentence. If I say you are material in my life, important in my life, important in my life, so important. So this materiality concept is actually an exception to full disclosure. Full disclosure say all information. Material materiality says that only significant information should be disclosed because we don't have so much time. Correct now. Means any information which are material to whom? To the user, should be disclosed. Means any information which may change the decision of user should be disclosed. Any information which will not affect the decision of user is not material or immaterial should be ignored for disclosure purpose. Understood? Means I'm not saying it should be recorded or it should not be recorded. We record all transaction of whatever nature. Means we record loss of rupees 1 also. We record loss of rupees 10 crore also. Are you getting what I'm saying? But as per disclosure comes into play, so can I say any transaction which are not material can be ignored for disclosure purpose? Can be ignored for disclosure purpose. I'll give you the best example. I'll give you the best example. I said we purchased camera of rupees 1 lakh. So this is material. So we say camera account debit to what? And this is disclosed where in balance sheet as an asset. Now, if I say कि I purchase this calculator, बताओ this calculator is a small machine or not? हाँ अरे बोल ना रे small machine I think 300 rupees बताओ. Now for me 300 is not so much material. For you it may be material, हाँ अरे बोल ना रे. For me तो it is very material. 300 rupees बाबा खून पसीने की कमाई है. Correct. What I am saying, best let us come to what topic. See, this calculator is of rupees 300. Suppose this is not material, means this amount is not so much material because my turnover is 500 crore. So if you compare 300 with 500 crore, it becomes immaterial, na? Correct. Now it is a small machine or not? So it is also an asset or not? So what generates this machine account debit to cash or bank? But this is recorded as stationery. Ah, stationery include this calculator. So can I say this calculator is nothing but an asset only, but recorded as a stationery and charged to PL as an expense if you have used it in the year in which you are using it. अरे बोलना रे. As per which concept? Materiality. Materiality. Correct now. However, can I say if I say this is material for me, then can I say it will come in my balance sheet as calculator? Are you getting? I hope if you are preparing your balance sheet, have you received sometime your pocket money? So have you done the accounting of your pocket money? You have never done accounting of your pocket money. Huh? Start doing accounting. You don't receive pocket money. So what do you receive? Huh? What do you receive? You are not bonded labor, Ray. I am saying pocket wages you receive from your employer. I am saying pocket money from your parents. Huh? No, that is only pocket money, na Ray. Day-to-day expenses you are getting something, na? So how much you are getting? अरे बोलना रे. How much you are getting? 150 one day, na? 150 means 150 into 150 into 30, how much? 150 into 4,500 per month. वाह रे बड़े दिलदार पापा है. 150 per day you are receiving. अरे बोलना खर्चा हो गया पापा को. No, you need to say na to your father कि good friend, I have some good friend. Correct na? If you inform so he will give 200. Inform someday कि I have good friend. No, 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 no. So suppose you are receiving 4,500. Correct. Now you purchase one calculator. अरे बोलना रे. Out of 300. So because out of 4,500, this 300 is significant amount na. So this you say no, no, it is not an expense. This will go to what balance sheet calculator. अरे बोलना रे. So for you, the calculator may be what? Material. Means can I say materiality? This term is very much subjective. It depends upon the size and nature of business. Means what is material to Reliance Industry? What is immaterial to Reliance Industry? Might be material to my business. Correct. For them, so 1 lakh might be what? Immaterial. For me, so 1 rupees might be what? Material. So it depends upon size and nature of business. But what they want to say, if that amount is immaterial, then disclosure is not required. Understood? Understood? Correct? Have you understood your side now? This principle is an exception of what? Full disclosure concept. As per this concept, all items having significant effect on the decisions of users of financial statement should be disclosed. In other words, immaterial immaterial items which are not relevant for users should not be disclosed. For example, point number A. Sorry. Stationery stationery items are recognized. Stationery items are recognized as an expense even if even if not fully used in current accounting period, even if not fully used, even if not fully used in current accounting period, means entire benefit is not derived. Correct now? So stationery items are recognized as an expense even if it is not fully used in current accounting period, due to which concept? Materiality concept. Correct? Second, depreciation on small item. Depreciation on small items like books, etc. Books, correct now? Books is also an asset. The depreciation of small items like books, etc. are taken as 100% are taken as 100% in the year of purchase. Are taken as 100% in the year of purchase, even if even if it can be used even if it can be used for more than one accounting period. Even if it can be used for more than one accounting period. Understood? Correct. Next example, decimals. Decimals, suppose you have done one purchase of rupees 2010 rupees 40 paise. So normally in accounting we ignore this, we record at what 2010. Because can I say it is immaterial now? We can record at 2010. We can do rounding off. But you have paid 40 paise also, but we can ignore it. Correct now? You just said decimal can be ignored. Decimal can be ignored while recording any transaction. Decimals can be ignored by recording any transaction. Understood? Correct? Then next note number one. Let us note one. The materiality is a subjective term. Materiality, materiality is a subjective term, and it will vary from one entity to another entity. And it will vary from one entity to another entity. It means materiality depends upon size and nature of business. Materiality depends upon size and nature of business. Understood? So with this we completed with chapter. Chapter number 1, unit number 2. All TYK is what? Homework. Let us come to one that chapter. Come. Chapter number 1, unit number 2. Let's see whether we have completed all or not. Means unit number 1 not completed, huh? No. Accounting principle, accounting concepts and conventions, entity concept, money measurement concept, periodicity concept, accrual concept, matching concept, going concern, cost concept, realization, dual aspect, conservatism, consistency, full disclosure, materiality. Correct? अच्छा यही है चलो अच्छा this so you can read from book कितना पढ़ाऊंगा चलो first one point difference between accounting concepts and conventions. Accounting concepts, accounting conventions. And point number one. So concepts are what? These are assumptions. For what? For preparation of financial statement. Correct. These are what guidelines derived from practice or usage of accounting. Second, so accounting concept means these are followed uniformly. Uniformly means what? Uniformly means same. Correct. So these are followed. These are followed uniformly. What you are not able to understand? First point, uniformly बोल तो रहा हूँ. These are followed. लिखे यार. These are lie down. These are followed uniformly. Uniformly means what? Same. These are followed uniformly, madam, by all accountants throughout the world. By all accountants throughout the world. Understood? Means all accountants will use same concept throughout the world. Means in Pakistan, India, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, US, same accounting concept. It cannot be changed. Correct? Then in conventions, these are not uniformly followed. These are not uniformly followed. Means what we follow in India may not be followed in Pakistan. So if you are following conservatism, this may follow some other practice. Correct. Normally US is what? A powerful country. So they are what? They don't think means what they will, if they are powerful country, they will say what will happen in future, we'll see. Correct now. Strong person, what they will say, what will happen, we'll see now. For example, we are conservative, we are middle class family. We think about what? We need some assurance in our life. But Mukesh Ambani, okay, what will happen? Let's see. It happened. The strong person does not are not conservative. So they will recognize even gains, expected gains. So in US accountant, they recognize gain also. Are you getting what I'm saying? But we are conservative. We do not recognize any expected gain. So what I am saying, this conservatism principle may or may not be followed in other countries. May or may not be followed in other countries. But concept will be followed by all accountants throughout the world. Then Adam, point number 3. This cannot be modified. This cannot be modified. Correct. Means will not modify the concept. It will remain same. Then next point number 3 for accounting conventions. Because this can be modified as per the requirement of accounting. This can be modified as per the requirement of accounting. Understood? Correct? थक गया यार. I am tired now. और तो मैं भी टायर हो गया, बहुत ज़्यादा हो गया. Today very much very curious. Huh? ठीक है, okay. But have you understood? Can it is the last point of this chapter. Let us complete it. Let us. Last point. Qualitative characteristics of financial statement. Qualitative characteristics of financial statement. There are some qualitative characteristics of financial statement. What are that quality that we need to understand? First, write down understandability. Understandability. Understandability means what? Can I say any information, whatever you are recording, that should be understandable? That should be understandable by whom? User. So understandability. Then add on point number B. Relevance means whatever information you are providing through financial statement must be relevant to the user. Means irrelevant information should not be given. Only relevant information should be given. Correct. Then point number C. That is reliability. Reliability means whatever information you are providing that must be reliable. You should not give false information. Reliable information. Correct now. Understood. So these are the qualitative characteristics of financial statement. Then let us point number D. Materiality. This already we have understood. Means only material information should be provided. Materiality. Are you getting what I'm saying? Point number E. Let us faithful representation. Faithful representation. Correct. Understood. Just write down. Then point number F. Substance over form. This is a new term. Substance over form. This I will define. This star mark. Then point number G. Neutral. Neutral means what? See, the financial statement should be free from personal bias. Means we should not, it should not be affected by personal bias. Means we should be neutral. Are you getting? Neutral means the owner should not give any information which is affected by personal bias. Are you getting? So for providing information we should be neutral. Correct? So neutral, write down. Then prudence. Prudence is nothing but conservatism. Prudence is nothing but conservatism. So conservatism and prudence are same. Means we should provide the information in such a way that all expected and expensive losses should be recognized, and we should not anticipate any income or gain. That is prudence. Correct? Then I. Write down. Full, fair, and adequate disclosure. So we should give fair disclosure to whom? User of financial statement. Then write down last. Completeness. Complete. Completeness means whatever information we are providing, there should be complete information. We should not hide any information. Correct now? So whatever information we are providing, there should be complete, and we should provide all information through balance sheet, SOPL, what? Cash flow statement and notes to account. Correct? So these are some qualitative characteristics. This we need to read from what? Book. So this will, whatever is given in the book, read from book. Page number is what? 1.15. So can you read from book? Correct. Only one you will not understand, that is substance over form. That I will explain, but not today. Correct now. So read from book. Only one information, substance or form. This I will explain. Correct now. Don't worry. This I will explain. Apart from this, everything you will understand from book. Then around the first three it is given now. First three is what? Understandability, relevance, and reliability. Just write down. These are principal qualitative characteristics. Principal qualitative characteristics. So one question they ask, which are the principal qualitative characteristics? You need to memorize this: understandability, relevance, and what? Reliable. These are three principal qualitative characteristics. Other depend upon this only. All other depends upon this understandability, relevance, and reliability. Means you can see all are what similar only. Materiality, full disclosure, or are linked to each other. Correct? So these three become basic, or I will say principal qualitative characteristics. Understood? Correct? With this we completed this chapter number what? Now you can do all the questions of this. All the questions you can do. So will you try by your own? Mostly it is in what? Okay, one point I forgot to say. No, no, chal, theek hai. First you try, any doubt I will explain. Means in this MCQs it might happen there are some point you have not understood. So I have missed some point that I will explain. Correct now? If I have missed. Okay? Okay. Today this much only. From tomorrow we'll start final account. Don't be absent in the first day. If you absent in first day, then balance part you will not be able to understand. Correct? So final account is an important chapter. From final account, 15 marks question will come. Correct? So one mandatory question of 15 marks will come. So that become very important from examination point of view. Correct? And 15 out of 15 Anna. Correct? So basics is important. Whatever I do in the first few hours, that become the background of that chapter. If you understood that, then entire chapter will become easy. Correct? Thank you very much. We'll meet tomorrow. Till then, bye bye. Take care. Enjoy your remaining day.